Dr. Shali. I'm teaching anatomy since 2001, in fact. So I know all of you are very much excited waiting for the first day in college, isn't it? So I'll just tell you in this video about what are the things you are supposed to do and what are things you have to keep in mind when you're coming to a medical college, and what are the ceremonies going to happen in the first day, and it's a bit about the history of anatomy. Let me congratulate you all to secure a medical seat, and I'll just tell you what are the things going to happen in the first day of your admission. Okay, you will be accompanied by your parents, and all of you will be made sit in a gallery or an auditorium, wherever it is available. So the two things are going to happen. One is Charaka Shapath, other one is white coat ceremony. Charaka Shapath. Charaka Shapath is a formal initiation of your career. Here you are introducing you to the new career, a career of a doctor. Okay, so Shapath means what? Pledge. You are taking a pledge. What pledge? A pledge about your professional as well as the personal ethics, your professional conduct, your appearance, your attitude, everything matters over here. So an ancient Indian sage called Charaka Maharshi, he made a treatise called as Charaka Samhita, which talks about everything about Indian ancient medicine, starting from general medicine, pediatrics, physiology, anatomy, even the psychology. And apart from that, he made a list of do's and don'ts, which a medical professional has to follow. It is called that Charaka Shapath. Since 3, 4, 5 years, we are following it in every medical colleges in India. Charaka Shapath. Okay. So, what are the points you have to see there in Charaka Shapath? First is the disciplined learning. The disciplined learning, the term itself is telling you what is it. If there is a discipline, that leads automatically to learning. So, if there is a learning, it has to be done in a disciplined manner. So your attitude towards your peers, your attitude towards your teachers, non-teaching staff, overall the general public. Okay, that should be the way you have to treat anyone in the having a human form has to be treated with respect. Okay, you need not look down anyone. You need to look up anyone. There's no point in it. Thing is that you have to treat everyone with respect. Your attitude toward the patient is with empathy. How can I help you out? That could be a question towards him. That makes the whole difference actually. When a doctor asks him, how can I help you? The patient gets a lot of solace. The bond of trust formed between the patient and the doctor, and he believed that what all the things he conveyed to you will be kept in a confidential manner. He knows that he believes that you are not going to do it, show off for the sake of fantasy or fancy or just to boss you around, nothing. So you have to keep in mind that what all the information he passed on to you must be kept in confidential manner, and that information will not pass to any other channel. If it is passed, it should be for the benefit of the patient. Okay, that is the discipline. And the service above self. Selfless service. Unlike any other profession, here you are dealing with the life and death. So naturally, only a service-oriented person can do justice for you, for the profession of a doctor. Okay, so you may be tired, you have your personal issues, you have physically, mentally tired or frustrated, but when a patient appears before you and he is telling you the problems he is facing, you should give his full ears to him. Let him open up and convey his issue. Then after he stops his speech, you can give him suggestion, you can give the diagnosis, treatment pattern, and everything about it. But before that, the first thing is the attitude. The attitude with empathy, selfless service. As far as possible, you should be available for the patient. Anyway, lakhs of rupees are spent on the education of a medical student. Government is spending lakhs to make a doctor, to create a doctor. From where this money is coming from? From the tax of the ordinary person, ordinary individual who is paying the tax. The poorest of the poor who is on the road. When he is buying a matchbox, 20 paisa is given for the government as a tax. And this 20 paisa is added upon to a huge amount that is coming for your education. So that should be kept in your back of your mind whenever you see a patient. So you have a social responsibility. Then the professional conduct. Professional conduct means the appearance, your attitude, how you should dress up. You should dress up in such a way that it should not be so flashy and you are not going to pub or party. You are coming to a workplace where the healing happens. So anything against it, the soothing colors should be worn. Properly dressed, neatly dressed, so that the patient will have a respect on you. Patient will develop a trust on you when you are properly dressed. Okay, when you are properly dressed, properly trimmed hair, without much decoration on your face or body, he naturally get an inclination towards you and a trust develops over them. Okay, and then pleasing personalities always have added advantage. Okay, then comes the most important thing, that updating. You need to update. When you have to stay in this profession, you need to update every day, because the research is dynamic process. It's not going to end at a day. Every day new information, new revelation is coming, and this is added to the existing body of knowledge. And new medicines are developed, new technologies are developed, modification happens in the existing technologies, new devices is coming. So all these things will be added on a continuous manner. So if you are not updated with your knowledge, the problem is that you just get stuck into one point and the professional growth stops at that point. Okay, so you have to be the very loyal to the loyalty, selfless respect, selfless service, professional conduct, and the lifelong learning. The main points he summarized for the future doctors. Who? Charak. When around 400-500 years back, before Christ, see the long vision those people had those days. Those days, a doctor, though they call it as Vaidya, Sanskrit word Vaidya, is trained such a way that they have to undergo a rigorous training for 5 to 6 years. They are given the instructions to put a skin incision. They will be done initially on the tree trunk or on a vegetable and made corrected all the errors before allowing them to put the knife on the patient. And they need to be in brahmacharya, they have to be all kind of alcoholism, all kind of malpractices were completely banned from the stream of medical practices those days. So he had such a strong vision, and he got such a goodwill for the medical practices, so that he made such important thing that a future doctor should carry in their mind: selfless service, professional contact, and continuous learning, and the disciplined life. So after the Charaka Shapath, you will be donning with the cadaver white coat, that is called white coat ceremony. Principal or senior faculty may hand over you the apron, and you will wear it. When you are wearing it, you feel you're on the cloud nine, naturally. So after wearing the apron, you will be brought down. You will be brought down to Dissection Hall, where most of your first year days will be spent in the Dissection Hall. Every day 2 hours you are doing the dissection. So the first day in the Dissection Hall, we'll take an oath, which is called as cadaveric oath. Cadaveric oath. What is a cadaver? It's nothing but the preserved human body. Dead body is called as cadaver. So here onwards, we won't use the term dead body, we use the term cadaver. Dead body is a layman's language, we should call it the cadaver. So there are certain rules in the dissection hall also. Among it, the most important one is that you should give respect to the cadaver. You should respect the cadaver. Okay? Because he himself donated his body for the benefit of medical students. He was a person who is walking around talking and like us. When he died, he decided, just before his death, he decided that my body will be going to the benefit of the medical fraternity. Or his immediate family decided that as a last wish of that person, his body will be donated to medical colleges for the medical students to learn anatomy. Such a great service, isn't it? So when he is showing such a great step, why can't you reciprocate it? So you should not have any kind of gossiping around the cadaver, or passing comments on the cadaver, or simply chit-chatting around the cadaver. All these conducts are not at all tolerable thing in the dissection hall. Here in the dissection hall, you are here to learn anatomy from the cadaver. So the cadaver is the first teacher. No one can teach you cadaver the way the cadaver does. Why? It's open up, it's there before you. In a printed textbook, you need to read it. But in a cadaver, it's just to open it up and see it. Everything is there. Seeing is believing, isn't it? So, when you open it up, everything is visible for you. It enhancing the learning. Don't you feel so? Naturally. Once you see it, that pictorial image, the memory will be marked in your brain forever. Do you see that particular dissection 2 to 3 times? That dissection will be difficult to forget. That's the importance of dissection. So never stay away from the dissection. Do the dissections in turns. Whenever you get the chance to do dissection, do it. If you are not getting the chance, your friends will be doing, your batchmate will be doing, and stay with him or her and make sure that you understood everything of that particular dissection that they did in that particular day. Okay? Without knowing what is done on that day, don't come out of the dissection hall. Because next day we are going for the next stage of dissection or next region we may go. At that time we may remove this some of the portion from the previous dissection. Some structures we may remove for the clarity purpose. So give respect to the cadaver because a person knowingly donating his body when he was alive for the purpose of the medical students or a immediate family of a person decide that the body can be handed over to medical college once the death happens in his family. Okay, so that should be kept in mind always. Make use of the dissection, make use of the cadaver to the most. Here also you should keep one thing in mind that there are prescribed steps for every dissection. You cannot do it a haphazard way. Then you will end up in butchery. Here we are not doing butchery. What we are doing is called dissection. So we have a prescribed textbook for that. Okay? So you have to follow the steps in the prescribed book so that you will not violate to any other region and you will can make sure that everything described in the textbook, theory textbook can be seen and studied and you can convince yourself that this what is given in the textbook is exactly there in this cadaver. Of course that won't go wrong, but seeing is believing, right? Again, so you can believe it, especially coming to the vessels and nerves and all. When you're reading the relations, seeing the dissection is very, very, very essential. Okay, don't miss the dissection. Okay, don't chit chat or gossip around the cadaver. Don't make any kind of unwanted comments over the cadaver. Don't ignore the cadaver and sit away from the cadaver. Okay, make use of it. Make use of your teacher. Make use of your cadaver. You will become a good student, a good doctor ultimately. So certain rules in Department of Anatomy, especially in the Department of the Dissection Hall. For boys, as usual, the decent appearance. Decent appearance means formal shirts, no t-shirts please. Formal shirt, formal pants, no jeans. Formal footwear, that means leather shoe. Canvas shoes are not allowed. We are not here for gym. Okay, and neatly tied up shoelaces is not fall on the ground. Clear? Neatly trimmed hair. No long hair, no tied up hair for boys. For girls, you can tie your hair into a bun or you can plait it neatly without hairs on your face. The hair strand should not fall or fly on your face while doing the dissection. You tie it up or plait it and keep it inside the apron. Okay? And about the dress, the formal salwar kameez. Over that, you are going to wear the apron. Without apron, without dissectors, without dissection box, you are not eligible to come to dissection hall. Okay? And keep your nails trimmed. Okay, no painted long nails, no rings are allowed in the dissection hall. You should not wear the flowers on your hair, please. Okay? no heavy makeups, no heavy jewelry. So the ambience should be in tune with the serious nature of the dissection hall. Maintain silence, utilize the time for the dissection and active learning. You can discuss, of course, you can discuss the subject. So this is all about the first introductory thing. If you find it fine, please do give me feedback, and thank you so much for the attention. Thank you. Take care.